Hello, Trinity family. This is Pastor Dewar, and this is your Theology in 3. Today, I am up north on the shore of Lake Huron, and we got a bunch of wind, a bunch of smoke. Last night we had thunder. We got a little bit of rain, lots of weather. Doesn't make it great for kayaking, but it does remind me of something rather important from the ancient world. And that is, in the ancient world, all of these elements of nature were attributed to particular deities, to particular gods. And so you might have Ra, the god of the sun, or Set, the god of desert and chaos, or Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Baal, the god of the rains. So in each of these cases, you have these different divine deities who have power and control over elements of nature. And what's interesting is that in the biblical story, you have Yahweh God, who is in control over all of nature. He created the world. He made the world by speaking it into existence. And then later throughout the biblical story, when the people of God remember God's creative power and work, they're reminded of this in creation itself. That when they see the power of the lightning or the thundering of the storms or the waves crashing on the shore, they're reminded of the power of God, that He is the one who made all of this, that He is the God over creation, and that all of this is attributed to Him. And so you don't have a pantheon in Jewish thought and religion. Instead, you have one God, the one who made everything. And so whenever I come up here to the lake and see the water and see the wind, and whether it's sunny and beautiful and serene or windy and crazy and like this, it's a reminder that we have a God who's made everything. We have a God who is over all of creation. And as easy as it is for us to get fixated on our part of what we're working on and what we're thinking about, to be reminded that God is Lord over all of creation and that we are creatures in His wonderful creation. So what I'd like to do today is read a little bit of Psalm 104 for you to remind you of this very fact, because that's what the psalmist is doing as he looks across his world and sees the power of God in creation. Praise the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, you are very great. You are clothed with splendor and with majesty. He wraps himself in light as with a garment. He stretches out the heavens like a tent. He lays the beams of his upper chamber on the waters. He makes the clouds his chariot and rides on the wings of the wind. He makes winds his messengers, flames of fire his servants. He set the earth on its foundations. It can never be moved. You covered it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains, but at your rebuke the waters fled. At the sound of your thunder they took flight. They flowed over the mountains. They went down into the valleys to the place you assigned for them. You set a boundary they cannot cross. Never again will they cover the earth. Make springs pour waters into the ravines. It flows between the mountains. They give water to all the beasts of the field. The wild donkeys quench their thirst. The birds of the air nest by the waters. They sing among the branches. He waters the mountains from the upper chambers. The earth is satisfied by the fruit of his work. He makes the grass grow for the cattle, and plants for man to cultivate, bringing forth food from the earth, wine that gladdens the heart of man, oil to make his face shine, and bread that sustains his heart. The trees of the Lord are well watered, the cedars of Lebanon that he planted. There the birds make their nests. The stork has its home in the pine trees. The high mountains belong to the wild goats. The crags are a refuge for the conies. The moon marks off the seasons, and the sun knows where to go down. You bring darkness, it becomes night, and all the beasts of the forest prowl. The lions roar for their prey, and seek their food from God. The sun rises, and they steal away. They return and lie down in their dens. Then man goes out to his work, to his labor until evening. How many are your works, O Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. There is sea, vast and spacious, teeming with creatures beyond number. Living things both large and small. There the ships go to and fro, and the Leviathan, which you formed, to frolic there. These all look to you to give them their food at the proper time. When you give it to them, they gather it up. When you open your hand, they are satisfied with good things. When you hide your face, they are terrified. When you take away their breath, they die and return to the dust. When you send your spirit, they are created, and you renew the face of the earth. May the glory of the Lord endure forever. May the Lord rejoice in his works. He who looks to the earth, and it trembles, who touches the mountains, and they smoke. I will sing to the Lord all my life. I will sing praises to my God as long as I live. May my meditation be pleasing to him, as I rejoice in the Lord. May sinners vanish from the earth, and the wicked be no more. Praise the Lord, O my soul. Praise the Lord.